brand new Hollywood news update. Before we do, there was one question from the Q&A that I did not get a chance to answer because, like I said on YouTube, it was such a multifaceted question that requires so much different avenues of insight, as well as explanation. So I'm going to be saving that for a different week. But here was the question. Am I optimistic about the future of women's wrestling? Now this may seem like a very easy answer, but I think like what's going on with wrestling as a whole and not just women's wrestling, I think there's multiple different avenues that should be discussed to great detail. So we're going to move ahead for now, and we're going to head into the latest Hollywood news update. Now, if you are a fan of all things Hollywood, comic books, movie, TV shows, pop culture, and just what is going on in the world of entertainment, then this is for you. Do not fast forward, do not click out, do not click away, do not rewind. This is your latest Hollywood news update. Here we go. Here is the official casting list thus far that we know of for the first feature film for DC Studios since the takeover of James Gunn and Peter Safran as the co-CEOs of DC Comics. Here we go. The casting is as follows for the first film that is the official reset for the DCEU, and that is Superman Legacy. It is a workplace origin story. We've got David Corenswet for Superman. We have got Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. We've got Nathan Fillion. What a random thing that is. That's awesome. He will be playing the Green Lantern. We have got Isabella Merced, M-E-R-C-E-D. Hopefully I did not massacre her last name there. I would feel bad. She is going to be playing Hawk Girl. I want to see a really good depiction of Hawk Girl. I think that would be really, really cool. They didn't get too much in Young Justice, which was disappointing. So this will be really cool. Hopefully I said her name properly. People say my name wrong all the time, so I really hate to do that to other people. It is never intentional. Next up, we have Eddie Gathegi for Mr. Terrific. And then last but not least, we have Anthony Kerrigan as Metamorpho. I am still waiting to find out who is going to be playing Lex Luthor. We talked about this last week, whereas it's been reported supposedly that Bill Skarsgård is the top prospect to play that role. And I'm sure that he can do a great job. He's done so many great things thus far in his young career, but I don't know. I just don't know about it. Moving right along, Disney is back in the news because their CEO, Bob Iger, is deflecting quite the bit of blame, and he's receiving some very interesting backlash. I don't normally like to jump on the bandwagon for backlash because it seems like, you know, a cancel culture thing, and I'm just not about cancel culture at all. So, but here I think he really did step in it just a little bit, I'm being nice. He stepped in it like the whole way through, just all of it. It wasn't even a little bit. It was all of it. He tried to deflect blame by saying the current decline of Disney is based on the fact that there are too many Marvel Disney shows, weakening the audience's focus and attention, basically diluting people's interest. Maybe could it be the fact that you keep raising the price of your platform? Maybe could it be that you're hiring so many CGIs and not paying, you know, certain people what they think that they're worth? Or maybe it's the whole pandering to a certain wokeness, or it couldn't be any of those, right? It couldn't be. It couldn't be, you know, the fact that some of the scripts maybe, according to some people, like Bob. Losing millions is a big deal. Okay, Bob? Losing millions is a big deal. So I'm very curious to see, you know, he also had some very interesting stuff to say about the writer's strike. And then, of course, now the actor's strike, which he also says that he thinks that they are fighting for, quote, unrealistic expectations. So we'll see what happens with this as more comes about. I will gladly keep you guys updated. The next one up is Oppenheimer. Apparently, the Oppenheimer film is receiving legit rave reviews. As a matter of fact, Robert Downey Jr. says it's the best movie he's ever been in, hands down. And he was like, I'm just gonna flat out say it. However, the actors did not get to see it at the premiere because the writer's strike. Like, literally, as soon they had to walk off the premiere. So that was very, very interesting, but it's receiving rave reviews. Next up is Screenrant. I think we're going to have to, guys, I think we're going to have a chat with Screenrant because this is some shady shizit. I am dropping this mic right now. This is some shady shizit, Screenrant. Come at me. Let me know if you agree with me, okay? So Screenrant, we're going to talk about them twice today. So the first one for Screenrant on the docket is as follows. They apparently rated the 8 franchises without a single good movie. All right, so let's just dive right on into this here. Coming in at number 8 in the top 8 is Step Up. They're saying that Step Up has no good movies in it. Number 7, The Shade. Coming in at number 7 of no good films in the franchise is Leprechaun. Like, did you not see the first one? I bought my pot of gold now. Like, my grandmother, before she died, her favorite scene was him on the little tricycle. I, to this day, can remember what her laugh sounds like. She died when I was 5 years old, guys. I can still remember her laugh that day. So The Shade, Screenrant. How is that? I digress. Coming in at number 6, again, The Shade. Children of the Corn. I like that movie. I grew up watching that. Isn't that weird to say? Like, I legit grew up watching Children of the Corn. Coming in at number 5, 50 Shades of Grey. What was wrong with 50 Shades of Grey? I mean, I know it didn't do everything according to the book, but I mean, it wasn't bad at all. Like, it is what it is. It did what it set out to do. Coming in at number 4, Fantastic Four. I do agree with this one, but it's like, did you guys do that on purpose? Fantastic Four is number 4 on the list. Like, I don't know. Coming in at number 3, again, shady. Resident Evil. I don't care. You can come at me all you want, but I actually liked the most recent Resident Evil movie. So come at me all you want. I don't care. I stand by what I said. And then number 2 made me so upset. Coming in at number 2 was Underworld. Do you guys even understand how much that defined my teenage years? Like, my gosh, like my gimmick. I took shades of Celine for my gimmick from Underworld. Like, some of the inspiration behind my iconic Taylor Hendricks character from like ROH and through onto today literally has shades of Celine in it. So how can you say there was no good movies in the Underworld franchise? Shame on you, Screenrant. And coming in at number 1 for the top 8 movie franchises that have no good films is Fantastic Beasts. Now, granted, I did not see the one, the most recent one that did not have Johnny Depp in it, but I enjoyed those films, guys. Did I think some stuff could have been better or, like, done a little bit slower and differently? Yeah. But to say that it just was terrible? No. Cap, I'm calling it. Shady. All right. Now we are going to talk about something else because then we're going to go back into the shade. So we got to get some sunshine here. Nintendo Entertainment System recently celebrated its 40th birthday. So in case you guys wanted to feel a little bit old, I got you. I got you covered. The Nintendo Entertainment System that brought you Legends of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, and more turned 40 years old. Happy 40th! I still remember my cousin getting super upset. She's older than me, and I looked up to her so much. I love her. She's amazing. And I remember her freaking out when she found out that she was older than MTV. And so, like, that was like a big deal, right? And now I just saw this whole Nintendo Entertainment System celebrates 40 years, their 40th birthday, and that's what it reminded me of. Alright guys, back to the shade here. Back to the shade. Screenrant listed the top 10 trilogies that are consistently great from beginning to end, from start to finish. And again, I am calling shade, cap, whatever new trendy thing it is to say, I'm calling it right here. All right, the audacity of this list. Like, I'm not gonna reveal it, but I am going to say number 2 through 5, I literally have never even heard of. So how are these on the list? Like, I'm not saying that everything cool is what I've heard of. Like, I'm not saying that at all, but number 2 through 5, I have no idea what they are. So, calling it shady, stamp of shadiness. Like, here we go. Screenrant's top 10 trilogies that are consistently great from start to finish. Coming in at number 10, Back to the Future. I love this. I loved the Back to the Future franchise, so definitely into that. Coming in at number 9, I felt like this should have been so much better on the list. It's The Dark Knight. How do you have a top 10 list for trilogies and Dark Knight is number 9 out of 10? Like, what? What do you... Coming in at number 8 was the original Star Wars. I feel like that should have been... I feel like we should take numbers 6 through 10 and make that 1 through 5. Okay, I'll go through this whole list and then you tell me if you agree with me. So, number 10 is Back to the Future. Number 9 is The Dark Knight. Number 8 is the original Star Wars trilogy. And coming in at number 7 is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. That's number 7 in a top 10. Coming in at number 6 is Toy Story 1 through 3. Okay, so that's 6 through 10. Now here's 5 through 1, okay? Coming in at number 5 of the top 10 trilogies, the Dollars trilogy. Crickets. I literally have no idea what that is. Coming in at number 4, the Three Colors trilogy. I have no idea what that is. Coming in at number 3, the Before trilogy. Again, no freaking clue. Coming in at number 2, the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy. What the flipping flip is that? What is that? What is that? And coming in at number 1 of the top 10 trilogies that are consistently great from start to finish, The Evil Dead. I love the Evil Dead franchise, I'm not going to lie, but the shade you guys threw at Lord of the Rings. Where's John Wick on this list? What about Pirates of the Caribbean? The Conjuring, let me see, Guardians of the Galaxy, or even How to Train Your Dragon. And if you are like a super duper like sci-fi fan, where's Planet of the Apes on this list? But we've got Three Flavors, Cornetto, the Before, the Three Colors, the Dollar. What are those? So do you agree with me when I said that 6 through 10 should have been 1 through 5? I want to hear your thoughts. How would you rate the top 10 trilogies that are consistently great from beginning to end, from start to finish? Do you agree with this list? What are your thoughts? Oh my gosh, me, this is so shady. Screenrant, we have to talk. We need to talk. We need, make it happen.